All right, all you saddle junkies. I have a little special unit I use here on my lineman's belt when I'm climbing with spurs. Some people are concerned about climbing with spurs because of gaffing out, and some people suggest using a tree squeeze, which is like a different type of thing, rope that goes around the tree, and then your lineman belt goes through that. I think that's how the tree squeezes work. What I've ended up doing is I attach my lineman's belt like you normally would for climbing, and when I start to spur up, I have this additional prusik knot, continuous loop, on my lineman's belt, and I have a little non-weight bearing carabiner, and I just keep that connected all the time, and it just stays on there even when I'm not using it. That way, if I go out and I'm going to use my spurs, I don't forget it at home. But all I do is I connect the other side to the other side of the lineman's belt. And what that's going to do, and I can tighten it for a tighter tree, and I can loosen it up for a bigger tree. If I'm working out here and I want that tighter, I can just bring it right in there. That prusik knot is going to keep it from sliding away. And then as I start climbing, I can tighten up if I need to here. You do have to adjust both sides if you adjust the length of your lineman's belt. You don't want it too tight because it's going to make it hard to advance up the tree. And that's the hardest part of it, is advancing up the tree. But the thing is that if you do fall, you gaff out, that's going to hold you right in your spot. You're not going to slide down the tree. Because I think a lot of concern is with gaffing out and having a lineman's belt around you, and you gaff out and you start to fall, and this can slide a little bit. Obviously it's not going too far right now because I'm not really falling, but you get the idea. That's a lot of people's concern, is having that lineman's belt slide down the tree with you and not stopping your fall. If you use spurs, you're going to gaff out, and you're going to gaff out fairly often. But usually your gaff outs aren't as severe as people think they're going to be. It's usually just a little, you're sticking it in, you start to put weight on it, and then it slips out a little bit. I don't have my spurs on now, obviously. But this really gives you a lot of peace of mind when you're walking up the tree. And if you were to gaff out, this lineman belt it's not going to go down the tree. It's going to just swing me into the tree, and I can reestablish myself and keep going. So that's my little DIY tree squeeze. It's simple, it's cheap, and it's I always have it available with me so that if I need it, even if I was climbing in a different method and I wanted a tree squeeze, because I didn't feel safe with my lineman's lanyard as it was, I can just clip this off, clip to the other side, and I'm tied in. All right, so some of you guys asked me to post that because you were looking for ideas, so there it is. All right, Happy New Year, everybody.